Hi guys, Scotty here with another DBZ Dokkan Battle video for you. In this video, we're going to be looking at the Ultimate Red Zone Re Superhero Edition Stage 2, and we're going to be getting the Super Bosses mission done. So to get the stones, to get the mission done here, we need to have at least 3 Super Bosses characters on the team. The friend unit does not count, and then the rest of the units are fine, it can be whatever you want. So we're going to go for a Movie Bosses unit. Here, Movie Bosses category, really with the new AGL Cell Max. If you don't have the Cell Max, it's going to be a little bit difficult, really. He kind of carries this whole team. There's not much else going on with Super Bosses at the moment now, unfortunately. Hopefully we get some updates to him in the future with some Zamasu action, Goku Black, that sort of thing. But yeah, right now we're going to be running this team. If you have the Tech Cooler as well, one of the best units in the game, the TUR, definitely can bring him along here as well, helps a lot. But we are going to be putting the LRAGL free-to-play Garlic Jr. on here. He's an amazing unit, provided you just make sure you keep track of his orbs, everything. But we'll get to that in a sec. Let's go over what the boss does and what we need to do to get around them. So Gamma 1 is going to have 550 million health. It's not a ton, not a super tanky boss. He has a million attack stat for his normals and a 3.15 million super. Now, he can fire that super twice per turn. Generally, you'll see it at the beginning of the turn, but I think he can fire at the end as well, but usually you'll see it at the beginning. Now, his gimmick, his thing is he's going to evade all unarmed super attacks. So if you go in and you click on your super attack in your card and you see a little red fist on a super attack icon, that'll mean it is an unarmed super attack. So that's going to mean that he'll completely evade it. He doesn't do any retaliation damage to you, he doesn't get a boost from it, but he will evade it. So even though he doesn't have that much health, we're not doing pretty much any additionals on most of these units, because almost all these units, their ultra super attack is like a key blast or something or an other, but their additional, their normal, the 12 key is a unarmed, which then gets completely evaded. So it can take a little bit longer to get through the health here, because you are missing out pretty much on your additionals. It's just a thing that the bosses like to grab. And do unarmed attacks, it seems, for their 12 keys. Weird little gimmick there. That's not all. The boss can also will get an attack plus 20% with each turn passed, up to 100%, and he gets an attack plus 3% with every attack he receives. So he will be ramping and starting to do some damage after that, say 4th or 5th turn, maybe at 100%, and then as you hit him as well. So we do want to do as much damage as possible, as quickly as possible, and that is where AGL Cell Max is going to come in very, very handy. When you deploy his domain, not only is it that attack plus 60%, which boosts up everyone else, also is a huge super, well, not a super attack, the active does a massive amount of damage. Put him in the middle of the rotation so that he gets all the links he possibly can. You really want big bad bosses to be up, so he does as much damage, and he will hit the damage cap a lot of the time with a crit, and you'll see a few bars go down from the boss. So you're going to be able to do that twice, so that's nearly 3 or 4 bars of the boss's health gone just from those actives, and then you're boosting up the rest of your team as well. Now, Cell Max on his first appearance can easily slot 1. He shouldn't have any problem slot 1ing on his first appearance, and from turns 1 till 3 pretty much. As the boss gets more and more tough and you may lose HP, AGL Cell Max is gonna do not as well in slot 1, because as the boss is ramping up, AGL Cell Max is also losing stats, and if your HP is low, you start losing out on that damage reduction in his passive. So do watch out for that. He can be used in a pinch. When he's got like a million defense, he's gonna have his DR if you have full health, all of that. So that is very helpful, but just watch out for that. If you are missing HP, he's going to be losing a lot of damage reduction, and he loses stats as turns go on. Now, one big glaring weakness in this team is Tech Broly, unfortunately. He really is just meant for festival battles or much longer events. He can't get going in this event, it's too short. So if he comes around on like your third turn, he can just lose the entire fight for you. If you aren't trying to do this no item, which there's no mission to do this no item, so if you're struggling with him, just pop an item with him. On his first appearance, you'll have the 70% damage reduction, so a Wheeze or an Icarus will make him immortal. So if he is just losing it for you over and over again, don't feel bad about using items there in the game, and make him immortal, make the rest of the team a bit stronger, and you should glide through this without an issue. But yeah, you kind of want him to come around on your first or second appearance, second rotation, so that you can float him off. He'll take a little bit of damage, but then you can get rid of him and you can focus on finishing the fight before he comes back around, because he can get you killed very, very easily. One more thing to note here as well is the physical cooler. If you are worried about dying in slot 1, your slot 1 maybe your AGL cell has lost too many stats, he's looking not too great, you've lost some health, so he's not going to have that damage reduction. You can put physical metal cooler, in slot 1, and he will have his revive at any point. So there's no requirement on him to have the only requirement on his revive is if you want another ally to revive, it needs to have the name Cooler in its name. But his revive comes out swinging right out the gate, and he can revive. So he can be a nice slot 1 if you're worried you're going to die, so that you just get the revive with him. But he's tanky as well. He's very good, especially on his first appearance. And yeah, the biggest thing here that slows you down is the fact that you can't do unarmed attacks without them being evaded. But that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helped, and I will see you guys in the next one.